Beep boop. Hi everyone. Sorry, I was late. Mm, I I forgot to not make my alarm. I forgot to set my alarm, and I was like, I had a headache. I had a headache before I fell asleep, and I forgot to set an alarm. Will I really be sleepy? Maybe. Not really. No, 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 not really. So yeah, here's how it will go. I will read one story and then we can talk about the story if there's anything to talk about. And then I will move on to the next story and all. So yeah, that's how it goes. So it's a reading and then we talk and then reading and then we talk. I don't know how long it will take. Might be a bit long. And yeah, thank you, Mr. Deckens, for reminding me to hydrate. But yeah, there's no sound, no Tanya, no redeems, no alerts, no anything, because it's a reading story. But you can still redeem it for like hydrate. I can still do it. You're continuing the counting. You're continuing the counting from previous stream. Okay then. Um, we are going to start. And each of the story will have like a background music, but might be maybe not all of them, but they will have music. 500 was the deal. We get it there. Okay. Yes, I have to move my mic closer so I can read the story. I hope you like it. I hope you like the story. I don't know how it will go. I haven't even practiced how to read, but okay. But okay. We are starting now. Okay, enjoy the story that I wrote. I wanted to put their name here. Wait a minute. I forgot I need to put the name as a request by who? Request by requested by should I put it like in black? Yeah. Okay, for the first one, it is from. Wait. Uh, I need to put. I need to put the BGM credit. The BGM credit. I forgot. Okay. Yep. The music. All the music's usually made by Rahura. Uh-huh. Okay, the first one is from request. The first one is from Sikin. I will make the name small. Requested by Sikin. Okay. I write the name wrong. Okay, I missed one N. Okay. Thank you for the hat pad. Okay, the hat pad works. Okay, some of them works. Okay, we are. The hold hand will work too. I cannot turn it on. I mean, I'm too lazy for that. I was in a hurry. Do not judge me. You cannot judge me. Okay. Okay, uh-huh. So we are go to the second story. I will turn on the BGM for second story. Okay. Tell me if it's so loud. Boop. I suffered. Okay. A little bit too loud. I can't focus on your voice. I have not talked. I was not talking. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? I think my voice and the BGM is like very different. In a very different volume though. Okay, if you cannot focus on my voice, just focus on my voice. Raise a little bit. You're reaching right now. The difference with the previous volume is just a little bit. That's the tiny bit. Okay. Okay, we are starting. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna read the stories. Boop. A soft fruit touched a gremlin's hand. The gremlin turned their head, and what they saw was a chick. The gremlin was very confused when the chick asked them something. Chirp. The chick wanted to know the gremlin's name, so they answered the chick confidently. My name is Matcha Gremlin. What's yours? Chirpy, the chick answered. And that is the story of how a Matcha Gremlin and a Chirpy become friends. Some days later, rain poured very hard. I don't like getting wet, Matcha Gremlins called. It seems they want to somehow avoid the rain. Chirpy pondered for a while before answering. Me neither. These two creatures tried to avoid the rain, but it was impossible and they both get wet under the rain. They have sour looks on their faces, but it didn't last long. Soon enough, they ran around under the rain while laughing. So much for that previous anti-rain conversation. The next day, they came prepared. Matcha Gremlin brought a very, very big leaf, while their small hand held the leaf stem. Chirpy thought it was super cute, that they wished every day would always rain. But Chirpy, on the other hand, came wearing a yellow raincoat. Matcha Gremlin then also thought that it would be okay to rain every day, just so they can see this appearance every day. But there was no rain that day. After months of hanging out with each other, they became used to their own habits. Chirpy, who loves bathing in the sun and listens to their surroundings, and Matcha Gremlin, who loves adventures and fighting. Given their opposite habits, they still enjoy each other's company. The sudden meeting became a long-lasting friendship. They did everything together, and helped each other. They also shared snacks and foods. Anyone would be jealous looking at their warm friendship. My favorite person loves chocolate, Chirpy suddenly said out of nowhere. Matcha Gremlin, who has been training their sword skill, stopped swinging their sword. What could be the intention of this topic? Matcha Gremlin wondered. Feeling no response from Matcha Gremlin, Chirpy looked at them and asked, "What about yours?" They looked at they looked back at Chirpy and answered, "Memes." After that, both Chirpy and Matcha Gremlin talked about their favorite person. It seemed like it's a good topic for them, seeing how the conversation went on for so long. And that's how my favorite person became Paul, Matcha Gremlin said with a somewhat proud look. Wow, Chirpy was astonished. Maybe I should suggest the same thing to mine. Chirpy then told Matcha Gremlin how they love falling asleep to their favorite person's calm voice. Haha, we are really opposites, they laughed. I prefer to tease mine, they added. More time has passed and they have already met each other's favorite person. The meeting went well because Chirpy and Matcha Gremlin's friendship became stronger. Matcha Gremlin's favorite person then baked a batch of cookies for Chirpy's. They walked to the meeting place while carefully bringing the cookies. It smells delicious, Chirpy said with drills dripping. Matcha Gremlin paused, trying to think of something. Then they got an idea. They opened the bag and gave one cookie to Chirpy. Is it really okay? Isn't this for my favorite person though? Chirpy asked carefully. It's fine, it's just one cookie, they answered. But then, Matcha Gremlin also got hungry and took another one. It's just one cookie, they thought. Then Chirpy took another one. Then Matcha Gremlin took another one too, another one, and another one. And suddenly, there were no more cookies left. But we still have to deliver it to my favorite person. Chirpy sounded super worried. Chirpy and Matcha Gremlin then tried to come up with a solution. Well, what was the solution, you might wonder? All we know is that Chirpy's favorite person now has a bag full of leaves. The end. Okay, that's for the first story. It was requested by Sikin. It's just about Chirpy's and her Matcha Gremlins. and the chaos that they caused. Maybe you can also put a title alongside whose story it is. Fun fact is that I have not decided on the title. I was going to decide on the title after the reading streams. After the reading stream, because I'm going to upload it somewhere and then I will need a title. Yeah, of course, and then if I put a title and if it was obvious enough, you will know what was the story is going to be. That's the thing that I don't want to happen. Oh, something like that. Okay, the next story is okay. I have it. I'm preparing it. So the first story is like a very chill, calm, cozy vibe type of story. It's like I think it's kind of like a funny story. Yeah, I was trying for a funny story. I don't know if you guys catch the comedy, but okay. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Okay, wait, I need to mute the BGM. So I tried really hard not to, spoil the story in either by the title or like the BGM. Okay, thank you, Mr. Dawkins. I am hydrating. 60 and good luck for that. Okay, so the next one is ta-da. Okay, the next one is from Rex. What do you mean, wow? I was just saying good luck. It's just a good luck. Okay, the next story, well, it wouldn't be a cute story. Your tone said it all. No, there is no tone involved. Oh my god, when I love, there is no tone. What are you talking about? The next story won't be a cute one. So okay, now I'm going to start reading the next story by Rex. Okay. The fifth person is a young girl in her 20s. A voice woke me up. It seemed I had dozed off. This month has been pretty rough for us detectives, as there were five missing persons. The culprit left behind the same message in every kidnapped victim's home. They have what it needs. So we believe the cases were connected. Investigations also showed that that uh, the victims had been kidnapped because there were signs of them resisting the culprit, and there were no bodies. But we haven't found any connection between the kidnapped people or even just motives for the kidnapping. I checked the case files. These people lived alone, and one day they just disappeared. Even though there was evidence that the victims fought the culprit, there were no signs of breaking in. So whoever the culprit was, it is someone they all know well. I mean, well enough to open the door by themselves, to let the culprit in. The victims' phones were also missing. So the culprit must have been talking to the victims through the phone. Maybe I should start by learning about each victim. I mumbled as I opened the victims' profiles, related documents. The first victim was a doll maker. I looked at the photos and felt a bit pity for the dolls. It looked like the doll maker put so much love and attention to it, as it had so many details, even though the dolls are small. It is sad to see that a lot of the dolls broke when the kidnapping happened. The second victim was a musician who had just started his career. He had a lot of song albums in his bedroom, and that place is the one that got wrecked the most. There was a broken guitar laying down, suggesting that the victim was playing his guitar when he got kidnapped. The third victim was a perfumer. It seemed her perfume business was quite successful looking at her big house. And the fourth victim was a chef. He worked at a famous family restaurant in the area. The fifth victim was a masseuse who also worked in a big hotel spa. Huh, so all of them are good at what they do, I said. My partner detective, who was also reading the files, looked at me. Yeah, you're right. But does that have anything to do with the case though? There are a lot of people who are good at their job, she said. Oh, that's true, but it somehow bothered me. There's something about this, and also that message. I stopped talking as I finally realized something. All of the victims were good at their jobs, and they have what the culprit needed for it. The dollmaker with her eyes, the musician and his ears, the perfumer with her nose, and the chef with his tongue, and lastly, the masseuse with her hands. Each of them had one sense that performed better than the other sense. Sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. As I discussed this with my partner, we still hadn't figured out anything about the culprit other than the motive. The victims had contact with the culprit from their phones, that's for sure, but the victims don't even know each other. So how did they know the culprit? I looked at my partner hoping she had an idea. Oh, from the internet. That's possible, right? Then my partner realized something. 5 people who don't know each other but had contact with a stranger from the internet and are also okay with opening the door to said stranger. What if the culprit is a delivery courier, like for example a food delivery courier? And that's when I clicked. She was right. This was a very plausible explanation. So we rushed to investigate all food deliveries in the victim's area, and we found out the same person went to deliver the food to the victims. All of the deliveries happened before the victims went missing. We went to the culprit's house, but it seemed he had anticipated this as his house was already empty when we got there. We were going to leave the empty house, but I felt uneasy. I had a bad feeling. It was like telling me not to leave. Then my eyes spotted a strange big carpet, which looked a bit worn out. Despite all the furniture here looked brand new. So I removed the carpet and found a compartment door. We opened the door and immediately found the culprit preparing some weapons. The victims were all alive but tied up. Well, with our numbers, we fought the culprit easily and rescued the victims just in time. The only thing that bothered me was the culprit's words when he saw me. He said that I was supposed to be the final sense, but there are only 5 senses of human, right? The end. Okay, that's it. I had to work my brain a lot because it is a heavy like it's a heavy story, like it will need a lot of details, but to put that much details in like short story in like a short story, it is hard. Which okay, I say there is no redeem. I said there is no redeem. It's like her nose. Oh, but fine. I was like her nose. What? My nose? Thank you, Jess. Love it. Okay, thank you for requesting it. I'll wait for the long version. No, I already made it a short version, so there is no long version. It's just, it's just, it will just be a short version. Hello, Optimus. How are you? This is the reading stream, and we are talking before we are moving to the next story. Okay. Okay, Mr. Dawkins, I will hydrate. I'm at work, so quickly popping by. Okay. Okay, okay. I will, I will. Thank you for your lurk. Thank you for lurking, Optimus. I will still, I will still try to make you a cutie patootie. I will not give up. Then we have to change the BGM again. Who is going to be? Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, the next story will be a bit a bit funny. I mean a bit cute. Well, it's not really cute, but a bit cute. It is requested by oh, it is requested by volume. Okay. Yeah, you can hear. it's a it's a kind of cute, funny, funny funny story. Okay, what's up for the third story by volume. Once upon a time, there lived a frog shark man. This frog shark man traveled a lot. First, it was to another city. After that, another country. It went on for so long that even the frog shark man didn't even realize that he had arrived in a very strange and unfamiliar place. It wasn't a city, country, or even a continent that he knew about. The place seems like a forest. It seemed like he wandered into the middle of a strange forest. The trees did not look normal, with small trunks and giant fruits. But he couldn't afford to stop because dangers might be lurking inside this unknown forest. So he just kept walking and hoped that help would come. Well, he didn't have to worry for so long, since after a few minutes, he found what seemed like an inn. The inn looked surprisingly clean from the outside. Freshly painted walls, brand new door, even the small garden in front looked like it was cared for regularly. There was a sign on the top of the door, and it said, "The Inn Between." Oh, looks like I got lucky. The frog shark man smiled. He opened the door, and what greeted him was a normal girl. Well, a cute, normal elf girl. The frog shark man pondered for a while, trying to make sense of the situation. Well, because elves only exist in legends and myths. It seems like the girl could guess his mind as she smiled at him and said, "It's because we are not in your world right now." The frog shark man was stunned. He did not know what to say or ask. Was it obvious what he was thinking? What do you mean by not in my world? What is happening? He wanted to pick one of the questions based on importance, but he decided all of them are important. As he looked straight into her eyes, the only question that remained was, who are you? Even the fork shark man couldn't believe his own words, as this question isn't even important. But the owlbear suddenly looked so happy and shouted, welcome to the in-between! I'm Sigin, a matcha lover herbalist. What's your name? Sigin asked cheerfully. The frog shark man didn't think it's a good idea to lie, so he answered her truthfully. I'm Volume. He smiled. After that, Volume adapted really well in the end. Oh, one day, Sigyn told Volume that time is up. He wondered what she meant by that. Then, Sigyn escorted him to a portal. Volume hesitated, but he trusted Sigyn, so he took a leap into the portal. When he arrived, there was a door with sign open on it. But Volume had a feeling this is not a shop. The signboard said the nest, so Volume decided to just open the door. What awaited him there was a quiet library, and it was very peaceful, very serene. It was very different from the inn with Sigyn's slaughter. And stood there was a girl who looked very calm. She didn't say anything at all, as if waiting for Volume to ask her first. Who are you? Volume asked. She smiled. She didn't answer Volume, but escorted him to a nearby reading table and sat him there. Then she sat in front of him. She looked at Volume and said, welcome to the nest. I'm Chesha, the one and only librarian here. I figured you have a lot of questions, Volume. She started talking more, and I will answer them. After that, she explained a lot more about how the in-between is actually a resting place for the poor souls of people who have left the world, and about the nest, a place to keep the soul's memories so it will be remembered and recorded in the world. Volume was just stranded there because he explored the area too much. Maybe one day, Volume, the frog shark man, will stop exploring and settle down somewhere. Who knows? The end. It's a pretty chill story, right? It was requested by Volume. It was pretty hard to make this story because, well, I have to make it short, and it doesn't really need, well, it's pretty easy, but it doesn't really need a lot of detail at all. And maybe you guys also know a little bit of the lore between Chesha and Sigilna. Okay, Mr. Jackson's I'll hydrate. It was requested by Volume, the character, okay? So if you don't understand what is a frog shark man, me neither. So that's why I made the character that's like very abstract, very absurd and all. The only clear character there is just me and Sigyn. And our lore, that's canon, by the way. The lore, my lore, the purpose of the nest, the purpose of the lore behind the in between. The in between is the name for Sigyn's inn, and that's canon, the lore of that place and my place. That's canon. That's canon. Okay, now I will need to. Oh, I accidentally muted it. Accidentally. Now I will change. Da. Wow, we have. I have read like 3 stories. Just 3. Okay, we are moving on to the fourth. That is nice. Okay, the fourth one, it is very hard to write. Very, very hard to write, to be honest. Wait. It is very hard because it has like a lot of details, and it's not just a simple mystery or anything. It's pretty specific, but it's long. So I had to I had to work really hard to make it short. Like there was actually no way to make it short. Like to make it has have less detail. But here I am. Let me see. Yeah, that was a BGM. It is requested by. Let me see. It is requested by Noel. I hope I can read the story well. It has a lot of words that is kind of hard to read. Maybe. Okay then. Okay, we are moving on to the next story. That is like a very detailed story with like kind of like a heavy topic, maybe. No, not really a heavy topic, but like a serious topic, and all. So, okay. Uh, going on. Once upon a time, there was a wise man. He, with his great judgment, united the kingdoms and brought world peace. But that was hundreds of years ago. That person doesn't exist anymore. And his legacy was. I looked around me and saw a teacher explaining this kingdom's history to a bunch of kids. Yeah, right. There was no more of his legacy left in this world. Those kids listening to their teacher wore clean and neat clothes. Well, on the other hand, if I went to this alleyway on my left, I would find a bunch of kids wearing dirty clothes full of holes. World peace, huh? This surely wasn't the peace he wanted to achieve. It felt like it would, instead of going forward, we went backward instead. Teacher, isn't that Kumash? A kid's voice startled me. I turned around to that kid and signaled him to shush. Huh? Kumash? That can't be. He's supposed to arrive here in 2 days. For the festival, remember? The teacher looked around to confirm the surroundings. The kid understood my signal and just played along with it. As the history lesson continued, I hurriedly walked to get out there. That kid has good observation skills, I mumbled. What kid? Another voice startled me for the second time. This time, though, it was someone I know. Esther? I sighed. You surprised me. I turned around to find Esther, my friend, looking happy after succeeded in surprising me. She giggled. Sorry, but there is something I need to tell you. It's pretty important. She suddenly sounded very serious. Seeing the change, I couldn't help but feel intense. The king wants to meet you, she said with serious face. Is this a joke? I couldn't believe her. The king didn't even know I existed. And I never did anything to warrant such a notice either. I'm serious, duh. Do I look like I'm joking right now? Esther looked upset. Alright, okay, I believe you. So why does the king want to meet me? I asked her. I knew that I'm pretty famous, even a random kid recognized me, but that was something because I traveled around to help people around me. I didn't think that was enough to get noticed by the king. It seems like words about you solving problems have reached his ears. He wants to discuss a problem regarding this kingdom with you, Esther explained. A few days later, of a festival, the king did summon me, and I arrived at the palace. It was pretty grand, as expected. I greeted the king politely, as per the custom here, and the king went straight to tell me about the problem. It was about the increase of people living in slums. The king wanted to make a big wall separating the city and the slums. And of course, I opposed the idea. It is not a good look when people from the other kingdoms visit here, the king argued. We have to give them the best appearance, he continued. I shook my head. If we want to give them the kingdom's best look, then we have to make it beautiful for real instead of just building a wall to make the illusion of a beautiful kingdom. I explained. I wonder if that was too far, but the king didn't seem to get offended at all. But the poverty problem will always exist. There's no way it will be gone forever. What do you suggest then? The king asked me. This is the deciding moment, where the result could be the king's suggestion or, well, mine. You are right. The poverty problem is very hard to solve and will continue to exist. I inhaled. Moment of truth, I have to explain this well, for the sake of the other people too. If the king decided to build a wall, the poor will just become poorer and the rich will be richer. That would be very miserable to watch, as someone whose goal was helping people as much as I could. Having made up my mind, I continued. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like other kingdoms don't face the same problem. I've heard of news from other kingdoms, and I know for a fact that this is a common problem. Doesn't mean we can just brush it off or normalize it. Making the effort to help the people in slums is the best look we can have, and it will certainly inspire other kingdoms too. The king smiled, and I sighed in relief. It seemed my answer satisfied him. Years later, another legend emerged about a wise and kind man who moved even the king's heart. The end. Oh, hello, Batatu. It's your first time chat here. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for lurking. So that is it. It was very hard to think about a serious topic because that is a request. It is a serious topic, and I was like, but it is a short story. How do I make it like simple enough to end within few words? And that's what I came up with. Well, I don't know if it made like the story like very chopped, like it ends abruptly or something, but okay. That's the best I could do with all the things, the details that got requested. Okay, that is the story for Noel. EP, and we are going to the fifth story. And by the way, I think Sigyn and Volume is like the only one who requested a very simple and cute story. Very simple, calm story. Meanwhile, the other people did requested like very serious stories. I said it's a short story, guys. It's a short story. Should not expect anything grand from me. They wanted you to show your writing skills. That is my writing skills. Not really a good one, by the way. Mm-hmm. What kind of song this one? Okay, okay, I'm right. Okay, the next one is pretty the easy. It's not a cute story. Well, maybe it's kind of cute. It's a romance story. Let me see. Uh-huh. It is a romance story. It was requested by someone that does not share their names. Anon. Anonymous. Okay. So there were more than one who submitted as like anon, so I put a number to differentiate them. Okay. So the fifth story is kind of like romance story, but it is not a cute story like the ones from Forsaken and Volume. It is really it's really a romance story. Mr. N and one, yeah, Mr. N and one. Okay, we are going to the next story. I hope you enjoyed how I write the stories. It's like a very different type of writing in each story. Okay, summer 2022. A student walked alone to the school. They were very early as the school was still pretty empty. They greeted the guards and the teachers. It seemed like everyone liked the student because of how diligent they are. The student walked to their class. The class was also empty. They sat down in their seat and slept. But the peace didn't last long as there was a crying sound. The student woke up from their sleep and became curious. They tried to find where the sound came from, only to be led to an empty classroom. And the crying sound disappeared. The student came back to the classroom, only to find out that their seat and their desk was gone. The student was super angry at whoever did that to them. They were determined to find the culprit. They tried asking around about this and turned out they weren't the only one who experienced it. Everyone in school believed it was a ghost doing, but the student did not believe in ghosts. Autumn 2022. A girl walked alone to the school. She was late and got scolded by the teachers. She arrived at her classroom and sat down in her seat. But not long after that, she fell asleep. She did not realize her classmates left the classroom as the next class was going to be held in a different room. She heard a crying sound and woke up immediately, and then realized that her classmates had already left for the next class. She tried checking the crying sound, but she found nothing, and the crying sound stopped. She did not think much of it and rushed to the next class. When she and her classmates came back from their classroom, she found out that her desk and chair was gone. She was told by others about the crying sound case, where you will hear a crying sound, and if you left your seat trying to find out who was crying, your seat and desk will be gone. Winter 2022. The girl tried to investigate the thief. She walked around the school and she heard the crying sound again. It seemed it came from a storage room, so she ran there. But then her head bumped to someone who also headed in the same direction. It was the diligent student. They bickered for a while, trying to blame each other for the incident. After a few minutes debating back and forth, they suddenly remembered their forgotten purpose, the crying sound from the storage room. So they both went there and they found out that it was locked. Well, they apologized to each other for the incident and introduced themselves. They talked about the crying sound case and found out that they both had the same goal. They became friends after that. They had so much fun investigating together. After all, two heads are better than one. They even spent the new year together while still talking about the investigation. Spring 2023. The student and the girl wanted to see the storage room, but it is a staff only. But it's a staff only area, and students were forbidden to go inside. The student then devised a plan and explained it to the girl. After the school ended, they hid in an empty room so the teachers wouldn't be able to find and make them go home. When they saw the cleaning staff start to walk around from afar, they left their hiding spot and went straight to the storage room. The storage room was opened, though there was no crying sound. They went in and found a lot of chairs and desks that had been stolen, including theirs. They were immersed in the discussion when they heard the cleaning staff lock the storage room. Both got very scared that they screamed at the cleaning staff to open the door. All the staff hurriedly unlocked the door and asked them what they were doing inside the storage room, as it was dangerous. Then they heard a crying sound coming from the staff pocket. It turned out the crying sound was a ringtone and the missing desks and chairs were just coincidence. The staff were the ones stealing the desks and chairs because he was going to replace them with a newer one. He usually checked the desks and chairs early in the morning and noted them down, then replaced them one by one throughout the day. The student and the girl laughed at the funny case. This is a very silly case, but they did not feel regret. Because of the case, they met each other. And so, they spent the next seasons together. The end. Okay, it's not really much of a romance story. It's not really much of a romance story, but I did it. Anyways, just finished my sports. We'll be back chatting in a bit. Okay. Not really a romance story, but it's still a romance story. I mean, it's like implied. It is implied. If you don't get it, then that's on you. That's on you. Okay, thank you for reminding me to hydrate, Rex. I will drink. And you still counting, Mr. Duckins? Oh my god. You're awake just to count. Okay. Awake just to count. Oh, this one is a very okay. Ooh, this one is a very heavy story. Oh, I changed it without muting the music, but it's fine. This is a very hi Nara. This is a very cool story. And it's very hard. We haven't gotten to 500. Of course, it will be very long. Okay, the requester is Wait, requester is, yeah. Oh, I have to. Okay. See this. Like you can hear the music. It's very because the story will be. It's only 8 p.m. here. It's early to go to sleep. Yeah, I was going to make this like a bedtime stories, but I think about it, with the nature of the stories, it would be very hard to make it a bedtime stories because this is totally not a bedtime stories. You can hear the BGM. This is not a bedtime stories. This is a very 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 cool story, I guess. So yeah, we're going to go. I'm going to read the next one. I hope I can capture the feeling that I am trying to convey in the right things throughout my voice. I don't know, but my voice is not really cool. But okay. What do you mean a crying baby with dust that disappears stop quality for bedtime stories? Oh my gosh. That will make you scared instead. I don't know. I think I kind of like love it myself for writing that, but I don't know. I just had to be creative. ChatGPT could never, guys. ChatGPT could never. The misery is top notch. Thank you, Mr. Dawkins. Okay. Well, you can ask me about the stories if you have any questions, and I can answer you. Probably if you kind of like, I don't care about this. Why do you write this one? Why is it like this? Why is it like that? Yeah, you can ask something like that. All right. We are moving on to uh, the sixth story requested by Amico Gaming. Okay. The start of the story. Okay. I'm gonna be serious and read the stories. Midnight Reaper! Today will be the day you pay for your sins! Arthur shouted. For harming the citizens of Belgium, I will deliver judgment to you! Arthur raised his sword, aiming to stab the man, who was called Midnight Reaper. But he didn't move and just stood still, accepting his fate. He scoffed. You're still the dramatic Arthur that I know. Hearing that, Arthur looked grim and murmured, where did everything go wrong? Was it from the first time we met? Right. The first time they met was Belgium, 3 months ago. Hello, Midnight Reaper. Nice to meet you. Arthur greeted Midnight Reaper, only to get ignored. Hey, Midnight Reaper, don't be so cold. We're partners for this time's training, right? Midnight Reaper sighed. Yes, that's right. They just got assigned to each other a week ago. Arthur, the genius knight in the entire Belgium Empire, and him, Midnight Reaper, was just a normal mage. Midnight Reaper never liked getting along with the knights or any other humans. This genius knight was known for his friendliness, just the type Midnight Reaper hated the most. But training with a genius would benefit him anyways, so he just put up with it. Midnight Reaper did not anticipate the fact that dealing with Arthur would be this exhausting. Midnight Reaper decided it's time to stop ignoring Arthur, so he turned around to look at Arthur. Nice to meet you too, Arthur. Please take care of me well for this time's training, but do not talk to me too much. Don't really enjoy chit chats, he said as he went into his bedroom and closed the door. Midnight Reaper could hear Arthur replying to him, but he was too tired to even listen to any more Arthur's yap, so he went to bed and slept. Belgium, 2 months ago. Surprisingly, Midnight Reaper went along with Arthur pretty well. They bonded fast, and their synergy in fighting was pretty good. That even the seniors admitted that. They became a known pair in a short time because of the feats they achieved. Midnight Reaper, despite all that happened, never changed his attitude to Arthur. The only difference was that Midnight Reaper just felt at more ease with Arthur now compared to 1 month ago. Though Midnight Reaper never said anything about his life. Well, thankfully, Arthur respected that and did not pry anything about Midnight Reaper's personal life. Midnight Reaper, in fact, did have a secret. He had a mysterious grimoire. He had it since 1 month ago, around the time he first met Arthur. But being a mage, of course, he was interested in trying to open it, but he never managed to do that. After a lot of training and fighting alongside Arthur, Midnight Reaper actually became stronger and finally succeeded in opening the grimoire. But I shouldn't have opened this grimoire. Midnight Reaper sighed. Since he's alone in his own bedroom, he opened his glove to reveal a hand with an unknown mark. Then all of a sudden he felt a great headache. He tried to hold on, but it looked like the pain won and he started to lose consciousness. I must not pass out. Sorry, Art. And he blacked out. Belgium, 1 month ago. The mission this time is an investigation? Arthur asked their captain, confused. They always got battle missions, so it was surprising to get an investigation mission. Yes, well, the public is a bit uneasy right now. There is a series of missing persons happening right now. The leader explained the case. We don't even know if the missing persons are alive. The place where they got kidnapped was always a mess and there was always blood splattering everywhere, but we never found any corpses. Arthur looked very shocked. It seems like a preparation for a ritual, right? Arthur guessed. He looked very angry and upset. I know how important this is for you, Arthur, considering your past relations to cultists, but I hope you won't get carried away with this case. Alright? The leader looked worried about Arthur. Arthur sighed and smiled. That's why I have my partner here, right, Midnight Reaper? And Midnight Reaper just nodded, cold as usual. But that was the last time Arthur ever smiled. The investigation wasn't going well. There were a lot of things they lacked information about, and Midnight Reaper's condition slowly got worse that it even hindered investigation. Arthur offered a hand to help Midnight Reaper, but he knew Arthur wouldn't be able to. Would he even begin to explain that the curse he had months ago was the culprit of the missing people? How would he even tell him that he was sure the curse took over his body almost every night and did all of those horrible things? How did he even begin to tell him that the curse might try to summon a demon king in the near future? But he didn't need to hide it for long, because the sharp, ingenious Arthur soon found out the truth. Belgium, present day. They usually stood side by side while fighting because they were allies. Now they stood against each other as enemies. Arthur knew about his curse and that Midnight Reaper's time wouldn't be for long before the curse completely took over his mind. But judgment had to be made. So many people had lost their lives because of this. Midnight Reaper ran away and launched an attack at Belgium Empire, even if that wasn't his own will. That was the curse controlling his body, while his true self was unconscious for days. Last chance, Midnight Reaper began to talk. For the first time, Arthur felt his warmth. His usual cold demeanor was gone. You have to do it, he added. Arthur inhaled. Midnight Reaper was right. Arthur had to eliminate him before the curse completely took over. So, for the sake of their close friendship, Arthur launched his sword to his partner's heart. After that, the Belgian Empire experienced their longest peace for a long, long time. Everyone was happy, except for one person who had to put an end to his best friend and partner. The end. Okay, that's it. That's like very heavy actually. I realized that those do have SpongeBob and Squidward vibes. Yeah, at first. That's the thing. Oh my god. Why did I even write this kind of stories? I don't know. Okay, thank you for reminding me to hydrate Mr. Datkins. They do. Yeah. I was wondering how to make it like not the usual, happy end story. Since the ending is like up to me, most of the stories has um like they put like whatever in the ending request. So all the endings, even if it's like happy, sad, or something like bittersweet ending like this one, it is by my own choice. I mean, I did that. I decided to just like, okay, what about this story? What if this story have like a not really a good ending, but like happy ending, but not really a good for everyone, like not everyone. And then I decided just one person suffered will be enough, and that person is Arthur. Oh, I'm sorry, Arthur. I picked you as the only character that suffered in this story because you're a genius. You will not have a smooth life. Why do you laugh at Arthur's struggle? You should not have laughed at Arthur's struggle. Poor Arthur. I think the next one is pretty chill. Maybe. Maybe it's pretty chill. Yeah, it's chill. It's chill. But the story is. Oh, the story has like a chill vibes. Hello, Seven! Says the cruel lady that makes him suffer. Hello, Seven, how are you? We are in the reading stream. The stream that I have been waiting for. I don't, it's just nature. If you're a genius, you will not have a smooth life. I'm doing well, thank you. Ah, okay, nice to hear. The stream was pretty late and I was like, oh, so I'm sorry for the late. Maybe I will give you a compensation again. Because I realized that my throat is like, do you hear me coughing? No, you don't hear me coughing. Yesterday I still cough a bit, but you don't hear me coughing today, right now. Good, right? Maybe it's a good thing that I overslept. Maybe that's the rest that I needed. Waiting till overslept? Really? Well, it's fine if you want to sleep while while listening to my stories. Don't think it's that. No, I mean, I feel my throat is like doing fine. Like there is no. Usually, even if I don't cough, I still, you can feel that there is like something in your throat, that there is like something itchy in your throat, and you will cough, but like not now, but you will cough in the future. But today, that feeling will like disappear, so it's good. I'm not sure if she's bragging or explaining her tardiness. What do you mean? Wait, what is tardiness? Should have learned about that word. Maybe I can put it in my stories, my feature stories. I mean, you're waiting for this return stream, but overslept anyway. Mm, maybe that's the rest that I needed. Oh, it's well, because of that now I am very healthy. I can is about being late. Yeah, I translated it. Lateness. Okay. Okay, I will give you a I will sing you as one song, okay? Because my throat is like doing well, I think. Excuses? What do you mean excuses? Okay, let look out this music. It's so chill, right? 10 songs, one one song, one song per late. What 20? That's impossible. Take it or leave it. No. Well, leave it. I'm going to leave it and change it to a one. Okay, then we are going to the. Okay, we are moving on to the. Yeah, I haven't changed the name. Okay, to the seventh story. Oh my gosh, good. How long have I been streaming till? 1 hour. Good, it took 1 hour. Seven stream is by. She lose. No, why do you increase it? Nah. Mr. Annan 2. At least 65 at this point. Whoa, no, no, no. 67? No. Whew. The story is pretty hard to write. Because it's like it's a mystery story. Mystery story. Yeah. It's a mystery story. So again, mystery stories are kind of like hard to write in like few words. So it's kind of a bit longer than the others, but I cannot make it shorter. I already made it shorter. This is already shorter than I originally wrote. Or Miss Annan 2, yeah. Or Miss Annan 2. Mr. E story. What? No, that's not a good number. 78 sounds better. What? 78? No. Hi, Yuso. Hi, Yuso. You came at the right time before I started reading the seventh story. Wow. and then I can upload it. I don't know where to upload this one. I see some suggested Twitter, but I don't have blue check, so I cannot post long. And if I post like long, I have to, split it, like separate it and like make it a thread. And I kind of don't want to do that. Discord first, yeah. Discord is first. I planned for that. Split it story per story. The one story is not, it's longer than the Twitter limits, of course. Twitter only limits like 165 letters, letters. Or maybe YouTube after this. YouTube, you mean the reading stream? The reading stream in YouTube is fine, but the story itself, yeah, cannot post it in YouTube. Probably we'll find like some blog, like some blog service, like Blogspot or something. I will post it there. Probably can make it like a thread. Yeah, that's what I don't want to do. It ruins the immersion. Okay, then we are going to move on to the next story, and I think I'm gonna find like some blogs so I can start, like I will import stories there. I will probably write more stories in the future, and I will upload it there. Okay, then we're moving on to this chill seventh stories by Mr. Anantu or Miss Anantu. 1 month ago, a pretty blonde girl was playing with her phone inside a noisy nightclub. A guy next to her seemed to call her Amanda, but she did not answer him. Amanda, Amanda. He shook her shoulder. Finally, she stopped and looked at him. What? She looked upset because he disturbed her. I called you a bunch of times, but you did not answer me. It seems like I will stay here a bit longer. Can you go home on your own? His face looked worried, anticipating her answer. She sighed. Fine. Also, she said as she got up from her seat, my name is Elamanda, not Amanda. Say it properly next time. And then she left. The guy sighed in relief and continued drinking and dancing. A week ago. Clarice, the chief called you. Clarice turned around to see the chief waving his hand at her. Hurriedly, she went inside the chief's office. Is there something you need from me, sir? I'm still busy with this missing person case. Ah, yes, the missing person case. I called you here to talk about that case. The chief cut her off. Since it seemed urgent, Clarice shut her mouth and listened to the chief's explanation. The missing aspiring actress student, Amanda. Alamanda, Clarice corrected him. Yes, Alamanda. She went to the club yesterday and did not come back home. Her friends say that she went back alone. Recently, we have found evidence that she has been abducted, the chief said. What? Really? How did you find the evidence? I remember there was nothing to prove that, so we had been trying to find out whether she ran away from home or not. But there was nothing at Clarice. The chief cut her off again. Realizing she interrupted an important explanation, she shut her mouth again. Alamanda's best friend, Iris, contacted us about a video call she received. The chief inhaled, preparing for a long explanation. The video call showed a tied up Alameda, and the kidnapper was behind her, putting a knife to her throat. The kidnapper said something about a sin that they had done. Then it is highly likely that the culprit is someone they know, or at least around their age, Clarice said. The chief nodded. The only lead we have right now is the scene the culprit was talking about. The chief sighed. And that is. Clarice looked at her chief, expecting an answer. Unfortunately, we don't know. The friend, Iris, said she doesn't know anything about it and does not have any idea about it. She said she kept asking the culprit about it, but they did not answer her. Back to zero again, Clarice sighed. Then we had better start investigation about Alamanda's friends. That's what I want to talk to you about, Clarice. The chief got her off. Third time, Clarice began to feel upset. We cannot let the culprit know we are onto them. Onto them. The culprit threatened Iris not to talk to the police, or they will harm Alamanda. We cannot let that happen, so it is best if we do it secretly. Uh-oh, Clarice had a bad feeling. So, I want you to disguise yourself to investigate it. Iris will help you blend in with the kids. The chief looked at her. It was not a request. It was an order. Present time. And so, Clarice attended the school with a pretense as a transfer student. She blended in very well with Alamanda's friends and Iris. They even got to know Brian, a boy who, even though he was not in Alamanda's close circle of friends, was her childhood friend and likes her. Brian knew things about Alamanda that she never told her friends, not even Iris, because they talked to each other pretty often after school. Even Iris was surprised to learn about this, because both of them did not seem close in school. Clarice investigated the case very diligently, and Iris also kept her updated if the culprit ever called her again, but they never did. This also made Iris worried because they still have not found out what sin they were talking about. Why are you guys so upset with investigating on your own anyway? Brian asked them one day. I mean, you could just leave it to the police, right? Yeah, and still no news about the result, right? I don't trust the police. This is my best friend we are talking about. Iris lied so effortlessly. Maybe she's used to this. Clarice wanted to laugh, but she held it in. Well, fair. And you dragged an unrelated transfer student because of it? Brian asked again. Iris looked at his eyes and started to whisper to him. Of course. She is the perfect cover for us. Also, since she doesn't have friends yet, she won't blabber to anyone. Which, of course, Clarice could hear loud and clear because even though she was a rookie, she still was a trained police officer. Brian seemed satisfied hearing the answer, which is weird now that Clarice thought about it again. When did Brian get close to her? He started to hang around Clarice when he saw that Clarice was always with Iris. They also never saw Brian in school except the time for investigation in this club's room. Clarice, Clarice noted her suspicion and told her team to start investigating Brian. One day, Clarice bumped into someone. It was the last guy that talked with Alamanda before she went home. Gary. Hey, watch out where you're going, he shouted at her. Sorry, Clarice tried to act apologetic. I was just thinking about some things about my cousin, Alamanda. Is Alamanda your cousin? What about her? Carrie cut her off, clearly interested in hearing things about Alamanda. Well, she talked to me about some guy named Brian. She looked at him, hoping he would know anything about Brian. Brian? I don't think I have heard that name from Alamanda. Are you sure though? She isn't the type to keep secrets from her friends. Clarice then showed Brian's picture on her phone. Maybe Iris misremembered his name. Look, this is his face. Gary observed the picture before saying, "Isn't that Brad, that creepy guy who got obsessed with Alamanda? I thought he wasn't around here anymore. Why is he still here?" Hearing that, Clarice ran to Iris while contacting her team about Brad, not minding the guy shouting at her, not understanding what was happening, and what I found was huge. Brad was not a student of the school. To be precise, he dropped out of the school a few months ago. The reason was that he couldn't keep up with the lessons here. It seemed he was too upset with Alamanda and tried to confess to her, but got rejected. The rejection caused him stress and his grades dropped, causing him to drop out of school. When Clarice told Iris about this, she remembered about the creepy guy who used to stalk Alamanda, causing her so much distress that she could not even feel safe in her own home. After that, everything went smoothly and they rescued Alamanda and arrested Brad, before anything happened. This time, Brad/Brian went out of Alamanda's life completely. But isn't this all because of me, though? Carrie grumbled while reading the news. The end. That's, oh my gosh. That's really hard to write because like it's a kidnapping something, like a kidnapping case, and then I have to make it short, and the details is pretty specific, I think, in this one. Oh my god. Okay, I drink. $21. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. Do you understand about the case? I tried my best to make it clear. Oh my god, it's just a, yeah, it's just a typical story. Not really typical, but like it's just I did not put like a lot of details in the. I focus on not on the details of the case, but like more to the process of the investigation. Yeah, I understand. Okay, good. We are reaching the last one. The last one does not have a BGM because it was requested as one. Right? I mean, requested as like no BGM. So I have to. Uh huh. I have to make it silent. I will put. Oh, that was an ants. Yeah. And the last one is by Microsoft Hacker, which is like we haven't seen him like in a long time because since of the confession, since the confession go, so that case with the girl. I don't know. Thank you for the headband works. Oh, thank you for the cookie, Mew. And thank you for lurking to Mew. Yeah, the name is How do I even say it? The name is Alamanda, and I don't even know how to read that. So they requested um a story that has like that doesn't have like a music. I mean, the music is only 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 at the end. Yeah, Alamanda. Yeah, yeah. You wrote it. You write it right. That's correct. Correct, Mr. Duggins. Pretty unique name. I know, right? That's why I made it a story that the characters kept misspelling the name, misspelling her name became Amanda because that's a common one. Okay, we are moving on to the the last story. Kind of feel proud of this one, but I don't know if I really should be proud of this one or not. Okay. It's gonna be a no BGM, and yeah. Okay. Santome, don't forget to draw the dress. A familiar voice woke up a young boy in a tattered clothes. With his short arms and legs, he woke up from his bed. He was so clumsy that he tripped a few times before he finally grabbed the big trash bag. The trash bag was his size, so he was confused on how he was supposed to bring it outside. Santome! A yelling voice came from his right side. It was his adoptive mother. Just as Santome, the boy, turned his head to look at her, she slapped him. Can you do anything right? I told you to throw out the trash. Santome, with his small body, tried his very best to drag the trash bag outside. And after that, he dragged it more to the trash bins. He used his strength to carry the trash bag so he could throw it inside the trash bin. But he was too weak for it. He fell down multiple times trying for it. He went for the fourth time when he heard a door open. It was the grandmother who lives next to his adopted family's house. The grandmother saw Santome with his trash bag and immediately went to him. Oh my, she said. What are you trying to do with trash bag as large as your body, Santome? Are you trying to throw it out? Santome nodded his head and the grandmother helped him, even though she wasn't exactly strong either. He saw how her body trembled when she carried that trash bag and threw it into the bin. There, Santome. Now go inside. It's snowing right now. You will catch a cold. She smiled and went back to her yard, watching her cats playing in the snow. Santome went back to the house quietly. Passing through the lively living room, he went inside his bedroom and took his diary book. He wrote how his day went by. His adoptive mother told him yesterday that this was how family was supposed to be, that he had to be grateful to be adopted by them, and this treatment was good enough. But today, he saw how warm the grandmother smiled while looking at her cats. Santome believed a family could have a warm feeling like that, instead of the coldness he felt from his adoptive family. Santome's adoptive mother also often told him that his birth family would still be happy and fine without him. But he also saw how the grandmother was sometimes worried when one of her cats went missing. Santome wanted to find his birth family to prove these mysteries. So he wrote in his diary. First mystery. Can a family feel so warm like Granny and her cats. And second mystery, is my birth family happy even without me? Santome had already begun searching secretly for his adoption a month before. He first took his adoption certificate in one of the drawers inside his father's workroom. Surely nobody would find out, since they didn't care that much about him. The certificate was dusty though. It showed no signs of being touched by anyone. He searched his old orphanage location. In the middle of a snowy night, Sandomir ran away from his adoptive family. Sandomir arrived at the orphanage safely. The owner opened the door in a hurry to let him in, since she was very worried looking at his condition. But he did not want to come back to the orphanage or anything. He only wanted to find his birth family. After a round of begging and promises, the owner told him his birth family's house. The owner made him promise to visit with the owner. Santome broke the promise. He did not want to wait any longer. Just like those detectives he only heard from listening in to his adoptive siblings' chatter, he rushed to find out the truth of the big mystery case. It was snowing heavily, but Santome did not care. He walked through the thick piles of snow to the one house which had been decorated in a Christmas theme. But it was Santome's last flicker of life. Santome did not give up. He powered his legs to walk until he arrived at the front gate. He tried to walking to the door, but he was too weak and fell down. As his consciousness faded, what he saw was a very, very warm family celebrating Christmas and having fun. There wasn't a single worry or sadness on their faces. Santome solved the mysteries that a family could be warm and that his birth family lived happily without him. The end. And they also asked me to play the song. Enjoy it. That's so loud, sorry. And not too small, okay. Poor kid, I know, right? They requested this song, so I have to make a sad story for the last story. I'm not small. No. Okay, I will drink. Okay, that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you. Thank you for listening to the reading stories. Well, I hope I read it well. How was it? Good job, Jess. Thank you. How was it? Do you like it? Do you like Santomi? Wait a minute. My dog. My favorite one was Frex's one. Oh, the one about the stances. The request was actually just about missing persons, about the details. Like it's based on the sense and all. It's all me. All criticism. So they only request like very simple. Actually, the request was just like simple details. Yeah, and I had to think of it myself. The only specific one was the one from Noel. It's very specific. And there is a there is a fun fact about the story that I wrote, right? Like the last one, the San Tome one. I actually don't know what to write because they only mentioned this song. They want the song to be played at the end of the story. They want the No Surprises Radiohead played at the end of the stories, and the there is a mystery inside the story, and then the main character's name is Santome. That's the only thing they request. And I was like, okay, the song and mystery doesn't go together. How do I make this up? And that's how I decided to. Also, I searched about the name. I searched about the Santome name, like the origin. I tried to find the origin, like the meaning. So it was a surname. Like it has Portu I don't know how to read it. Portuguese, yeah, Portuguese origins. Okay, it is from Sao Tome, which translates to Saint Thomas. And then Saint Thomas is the saint who I forgot. Okay, okay. Well, all I know is that it's the saint. The Saint Thomas is someone who doesn't believe when they don't see it by themselves. The type who I see when I believe when I see it. It's like that. So that's the base of the mystery that I take. That Sanjome wants to see it by himself to prove about the mysteries. Like yeah, I made that as the personality to the Sanjome. And that's how the mystery goes like that. And that I wanted to make that he found out the truth still. He solved the mysteries, whether it is a good one, whether it is a good answer or a bad answer. Anyone? Yeah. Hi, hi, Lawrence. You arrived at the at the end of the stream. Okay, Mr. Jacket, thank you for reminding me to drink. Yeah, so I did. You can watch the VOD. No, the the hard eyes. Well, since I was late by like 2 hours or something, 2 or 3 hours, so sad. I will compensate. I will compensate by singing, I guess. Maybe. Should I? No, not 78. Just one song. Just one song. What are you talking about? It was. It's because I did not set an alarm. Yeah, I fell asleep before I set an alarm. So I woke up with my phone in my hand, actually. I woke up with my phone in my hand, like moments before I set an alarm. And I did not because I fell asleep. What happened that you were late? I fell asleep. I overslept. I wanted to set an alarm, but I did not, and I fell asleep before I set the alarm, and then yeah, I overslept, of course. I was able to clean the rose and get a haircut. Already made a tortilla. Was still here before. I want the tortilla. Show it. I saw the when you cook it, but I did not see when it's done. Should have shared the tortilla when it's done. How do you read it? I know there is a pronunciation for that. I knew there is another pronunciation for that. Like tequila? No, that there is a tortilla. Huh. Tortilla. Tortilla. Oh, that's how you read it? Tortilla. You did not read the L. Tortilla. Tortilla. I wanted share the picture. Tortilla. Oh, why do you not read the L? Take the L. In Spanish, L and Y makes the same sound. Oh, oh, I see. Well, that makes sense. So we can go with the okay, with the song. Gonna need Spanish to recoup on this one. No, Spanish is too hard actually for me. I've heard I've seen example words and dialogues, and it's super hard. I hear vodka. What? Okay, what song should I sing? Let me see. In the there is a what are you talking about? Why did you share a meme instead of the tortilla? Well, there is Duck Sensei here. True that. True that. Okay, song ideas. I can just pick from that one. It is in your goals for 2026. Really? Why did I even put that? Me in 2025. Why did you do that? Oh my god. You cannot not fulfill. Me in 2025. Why did you say Spanish language? What is a good song for this one? It's only one and she already forgot. Grandma getting old? No, 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 no. I don't want to put this song on here because it will take a lot of work. I'll just sing it a cappella for you guys. What song should I? What song do you guys know? What is a good song? And suddenly there is finish date everything too in the bingo. Well, okay. So how to finish the date everything is actually you just have to go exit the door. You just have to exit the door and that's it. And yeah, it doesn't matter how many characters that you know that you unlock and everything. You can just end it by exit the door. So probably I will do that in the next stream because I think it's getting too long. And we still have games to play. And I think we have enough of the date everything. I really hope she finishes soon. Nurse gonna die by the time just starts playing. Don't exit the door. That's cheating. No, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. So it's fine. It's going to take a very long time because yeah. I mean, you haven't friend zoned everything. Yeah, but I only friend zoned like 8 and unlocking almost everything, but only 8 friends. I think that's enough. Let's make it a close circle of friends. So now what song should we you make a commitment to remember you need to commit and do it. Oh my god. There is a that's such a creepy song. What is this song? Um what song that I that is easy for me to sing? And also 12 we are not playing everything. We are picking one from them. What kind of song do you guys know? Hmm. Really want to pick one song, but it's pretty hard. Should it be a Japanese song? Should it be um a Western song? My stupid heart. I don't know that song. I want a song that is easy for me to sing. I mean like I thought community was playing with your fears, didn't know it meant doing collabs. No, 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 no. It's playing with viewers. But I mean we are not playing every community game ideas. We are picking one to play together. One or two. Okay. What songs do you listen to? Um a lot. Hello at well the Hello Adele is one. I can no not Cafe La Rue. I don't know that song. Oh, is it that? No, I thought it's from that movie. I think Adele is fine, but not the Hello one. Kawaiku de. Adele is fine. Adele is fine. But not that one. I haven't sing any Adele songs, right? Or have I? Honestly, I forgot if I ever sing her songs or not in on stream. I don't think so. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Set fire to the rain, maybe. What's your favorite Adele songs? Rolling in the Deep, Set Fire to the Rain, Someone, Never Mind, I'll Find Someone Like You. Pick one, Set Fire to the Rain or Rolling in the Deep. Mr. Duckens put the coins in the Rolling in the Deep. You can sing the one that you like. I like both. I like both actually. Someone Like You. I give you two choices and you pick a third non not listed. All of them? No. Pick two then. Well, sing both of them three songs. Fine, okay, we go with the Rolling in the Deep first. Oh, there will be no. Should I put like the song here so you guys can enjoy the song too, or do you want to hear just my voice? Hey, we excuse all of them. I know, right? Do you want to hear the song or just my voice? It's actually fine. Cause I know. Falling in the deep. Is there a karaoke version? Let me search. Karaoke. Oh, there is. But is there? And there is no ads. Okay. If there isn't sing along, it's fine. There is the this one. Should I own it? Oh no. I'll put it in a new window. Oh no, my first cough. But it's fine. Sing along. Okay. See, I told you don't jinx it. But still, it's not as bad as the one that I used to be. Oh, okay. Let me see the thing here and Adele karaoke version. And then I have to put it in here then so I can hear it too. It's too loud. I think it's gonna be too loud. Okay. You need to tell me if it's like too loud or not. You can test just this one. Maybe this one. Oh, it's too. Okay. Okay, that one just a test. Okay, that's a test to know the volume. Okay. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, I'll lay your ship bare. See how I leave it, every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside your hand, and you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one of you, and I'm gonna make your heart burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Make a home down there as mine sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they'll leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside your hand, and you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside your hand, but you played it with a beating. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my sorrow into treasured gold. You pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. Yeah, it all, it all, it all. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside your hand, and you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside your hand, but you played it, you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat. My god, that is a bad decision to just use my speaking voice for that. Oh my god, can't really hear the instruments, but you gonna tell you after the song because you sound so good. Okay. Oh my god, the instrument is too small. Okay. I didn't know that. I think it was your most patient I have ever hear you ever. Because Adele is my okay. Thank you. Oh, I need to refill my water bottle. That is because Adele is my actually my favorite singer, like favorite singer. So I have to I have to sing it with a burning passion. Yeah, I'm gonna refill my water bottle and then I will drink. I also need a pee break. I'm back. All the others don't really do in comparison. Okay, it shows. That's a quick one. What do you mean a quick one? I am fast. Okay, so and I drink. Okay, I drink. Okay, I drink. I drink. I drink. I drink the hydrate. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you for the clips. And it is the rolling in the deep one. Okay. She didn't watch her hands. What? No, I watched. Ah, you turned on my glasses. I wash my hands, of course. I'm just fast. Yippee! So okay, since we are going to sing the next one is the set fire to the ground. Chris kinda don't need to maybe. I think everyone needs to wash their hands. There. My hot take is that everyone needs to wash their hands after they when they go to toilet. After they yeah after, yeah. I mean after the toilet, you have to wash your hands with a soap, not only just water. That's my hot take. Wash your hands, guys, before you eat. After a toilet, everything you need to do it. I thought I need it, but could be wrong. I can say that you have to wash your hands. Obviously. Okay. So the next song is now I need you guys to listen to it again if it's like at a toilet not after using the you have weird text. What? After using the toilet, of course. What do you mean? Stop twisting my words. You know what I mean? You guys have to let me know if it's like too loud for you or not. The instruments. So I don't know. Let me hear it. If it's like blah 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 blah. Is it? Well, I mean, well, don't you have like a washing? Lower it a bit. Okay. Here, here. It's a tiny bit lower. La 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 la. Okay, okay. So yeah. Open your mouth wide, trash. I tried. Okay. I think I'm gonna use my singing voice. So just a note. Speaking voice is when I reach for the higher note, but I did not change it to like um like shouting. So I think before at the previous song when I reached for the high notes, I did not change. I still use my speaking voice like this, so I kind of like shouting, screaming. Yeah, that's the one technique. Usually Adele uses that kind of voice, but for this one maybe I should change it to singing voice. Singing voice is like the one is like the soprano, like the one when you hear the choir like the la 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 la. Yeah, maybe I should change it to that because I'm afraid that if it's like too high, it will, it will break my voice. Like I mean, I will sing in the wrong note. If you cannot, if you cannot manage to reach that using the speaking voice, it will end up sounding so bad. So the fast tracking can catch your expressions. It's fun. I cannot really do that when I'm singing. So okay. We are going to this one. Okay. Let it fall, my heart, and as it fell, you rose to claim it. It was dark, and I was over until you kissed my lips and you saved me. My hands, they're strong, but my knees were far too weak to stand in your arms without falling to your feet. But there's a side to you that I never knew all the things you'd say. You were never true, and the games you play, you would always win, always win. But I set fire to the rain, watch it pour as I touch your face. Well, it burned while I cried, 'cause I heard it screaming out your name, your name. When I lay with you, I could stay there, close my eyes, feel you here. Forever, you and me together, nothing is better. 'Cause there's a side to you that I never knew all the things you'd say that were never true, and the games you'd play, you would always win, always win. But I set fire to the rain, watch it pour as I touch your face. Burn while I cried, 'cause I heard screaming out your name, your name. I set fire to the rain, and I threw us into the flames. When it fell, something died, 'cause I knew that was the last time, the last time. Sometimes I wake up at the door, that heart you caught must be waiting for you. Even now, when we're already over, I can't help myself from looking for you. I set fire to the rain, watch it pour as I touch your face. Well, it burned screaming out your name as a fire to the rain, and I threw us into the flames. When it felt something died, 'cause I knew that that was the last time, the last time. Oh, oh no, let it burn. Oh, let it burn. Let it burn. Oh my god, that is a very bad idea. I tried still using my speaking voice, and that was like the worst thing I ever. What is that, people? Please, I tried. Yeah, should not have done that. Should not have done that. Okay, I will hydrate. Look at this. Yeah, the emote did not show in mine. True. Yeah, me too. Mine too. I did not see that. Now schedule that karaoke. No. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I will schedule a karaoke stream, but it will be in February. I told you, karaoke streams will be in February. I can give you another singing, but it will be a very slow singing before we end the stream. Oh my gosh, how long have I streamed today? Oh, it's 2 hours. Okay, trash. I was saying "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis Presley, but I don't know if my voice is like low enough for that. If you can see, if you can also feel that my voice is typically a soprano voice, and what I mean by soprano is like the high soprano, so it kind of like I cannot go down because my range is not that far. I cannot even go to the alto type of, yeah, the low, the girl low voice is called alto, and my voice is not that low, and so I don't know if I sing um a guy song, if it's like gonna be easy or not for me. Tanjiro, we got the Japanese maybe. Ah, that also, an idea. Okay, that also nice. Hi, Cinder. You came out like when I was going to sing a Japanese song. Are you called by the? Is your witness calling for you? Yeah. Tell us, Cinder, is your witness calling for you? Because when I decided to sing a Japanese song, um, you show up. Oh, I need to find for the karaoke. It's a 7TV mode. Oh, is 7TV mode not supported in like in Twitch? Is that why? I don't know why it doesn't show up in here. Romanized karaoke with quiet guide. Sing that though she has Japanese. No. Witness, where can I find this word in the dictionary? My dictionary, Trisha's dictionary. Need to fine for the lyrics too. Mm-hmm. So Japanese song is Kamado Tanjiro no Uta by Shinago, featuring Nakagawa Nami. I guess you guys, if you guys watch Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer, this song is from there. This is an OST original soundtrack made for this. That's why the name is Kamado Tanjiro no Uta. It's his name, literally, Tanjiro. Am I prepared for this? No, I'm not really ready, but okay. I also like this song a lot, so I kind of like a little half memorized this song. The song is Kamada Danjiro, right? Right, the translation. Yeah. The literal translation is the song of Kamada Danjiro, Kamada Danjiro's song. Oh, 目を閉じて思い出す過ぎ去りしあの頃の戻れない帰れない色があった深い闇戻れない帰れない色があった深い闇泣きたくなるような優しい音どんなに苦しくても前へ前へ進め絶望たち失っても失っても生きていくしかないどんなに打ちのめされても守るものがある失っても失っても生きていくしかないどんなに打ちのめされても守るものがある 我に課す委託の運命と覚悟する泥をなめあがいても目に見えぬ細い糸泣きたくなるような優しい音どんなに悔しくても前へ前へ向かえ絶望たち傷ついても傷ついても立ち上がるしかないどんなに打ちのめされても守るものがある守るものがある Okay, that's it. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. Okay, voice is not that recovered yet, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Oh my gosh. Okay, probably the reading stream will be highlighted. I mean, like, will be saved in the Twitch. Like, it will be not expired. Okay. Mr. Daggett, I will hydrate. Cinder, this is on you. I said no redeems. I said no redeems and you still tried, Miku. Remember your vitamins. Okay, yes, of course. Of course. I remember my vitamin. Redeem is over today's redeem. Yeah, of course. Unless it's like a habit, holding hands and pinch is still there. But the other one, the one that needs third party software is not on. Okay, everyone, that is for today's stream. Thank you for coming to my for my reading stream. I will make this stream a highlight so that it will not be expired. Next stream when I'll post the schedule. Yeah, I don't have anything going on like there's no trip, no anything. So and you pick the pinch in there. Okay. Uh, I and like I will stream at like usual time, I guess. Maybe. I think I yeah, I think I should post like the new schedule tomorrow, obviously. Yeah. Can I flick your forehead? I did not put that as a redeem, by the way. I plan to, but not yet. Because I know people will abuse it. She's gonna stream like crazy until I prefer. Your usual is not usual anymore. Yeah, true. I'll just say that I will change up schedule. I should post like a schedule. Yeah, I should post it. But I think it's gonna be tomorrow. Yeah, think so. Maybe tomorrow is fun. Okay then. Thank you all for coming today. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed today's reading stream and a little bit of Tree Songs karaoke stream. I said it on Vexis. I will post the schedule. Okay, I will think about it and I will post the schedule. Of course, like the usual. I mean, I will post schedule just like usual, right? Can I need to offer at the time that you will offer slap, obviously. Yeah, of course. Okay, then I will end the stream today, and we can rate someone before I end the stream. Thank you for the stream. Have a good night. Be sure to say you get better. Okay, okay, Mr. Duckins. Thank you. Like usual, 2 hours before stream. Of course not. It's not 2 hours before stream. That's all. It's not. I cannot see people who aren't streaming right now. Okay. Okay. Oh, Milita is streaming, so we can rate Milita. Milita overall. Or do you have other suggestion? It's also fine. It's also fine if you have other suggestion, by the way. Oops. Photos. Okay. There's my new Lulu. Oh, wait, I need to. Oh, okay. Okay, we can rate me. Do you guys want go with your heart? There's me, Lulu, Milata, and Rooks. Well, yeah, okay. We can go to. No, let's go to the new. I hope he doesn't hear this one. I hope he doesn't hear what I said. I'm gonna read him. Right? He was here. That made new. Okay. You did not hear me, right? Right, Mew? You did not hear me, right? Okay, we're gonna read. I'm gonna end the stream and then we're gonna read. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining today. I hope you enjoyed today's stream and today's karaoke, a little bit karaoke stream. Okay. Okay, everyone. I'll see you next stream. And so for now, bye bye.